I feel like Fudge in Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix when Voldemort, like, after he fights Dumbledore and, like, evaporates, and everybody from the Ministry of Magic runs back in, and they're like, he's back. That's all they say. You're muted, Miguel.
Oh, my bad, guys. Hey, how's it going?
There he is.
I was literally like going with the joke too and everything. Well,
It's okay. Guys, welcome back to Let's Talk Movies. I'm Brad.
I'm Miguel.
And we're sorry we're late. We are fashionably late, but that's okay. We're working through some technical difficulties.
No technical difficulties. I just left my laptop at my job. That's fine.
It's all good, man.
Yeah.
No worries. We had some other stuff on this end too. So this is the 40th episode of our show. Can you believe we're at 40?
We are at 40.
We are 10 away from 50, dude. 10.
How much longer is that? Is that going to be like? Is that going to happen on Halloween?
No. I've mapped. There's no, unless we did. Let me think. If we did 2 shows a week, we might hit 50 by Halloween Kills. But that might be pushing it. I don't know if we can.
Yeah. I don't think we should do that. Yeah.
I don't know. But thanks so much for being with us tonight, guys. I wasn't planning on talking Halloween Kills at all tonight. I really wasn't. But it's kind of like when you're on a diet, and I feel like Universal and Blumhouse came and dropped a Big Mac in my 300-calorie salad.
300-calorie salad? Is that what you said?
Salad.
Oh, okay. I was like,
I'm eating the salad, and I right before I went to bed last night, like we had the whole show planned. We're talking Halloween Kills, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna review Malignant, which is the most acid trip horror movie I've ever seen in my life.
Really was.
We're gonna have a little bit of Q&A with you guys if we have enough people in the chat towards the end. But yeah, right before I went to bed last night, I got a Twitter notification from Jamie Lee Curtis, because let's be completely honest, the only reason I have Twitter is for the show.
For the show,
so that I can keep up with movie news and stuff. That's the only reason I even have a Twitter.
Yeah, literally, there's no like sense of entertainment when we go on Twitter.
Twitter is other than Twitter can be a nasty place.
Yeah. Other than like movie news. I mean, I could care less about Twitter.
Yeah, for sure. So that's gonna be the show tonight. Pretty simple. We're getting started late, but we're gonna hang out for as long as we want to because we just don't care. Art, what's going on, my man? Welcome back to the show. Good to see you again. Indy Phantom says, howdy, boys. Good to see you again, my man. Good diet analogy. Yeah, that was what I was sitting there thinking. I was like, that's pretty funny.
Yeah. Congrats.
So let's do this, Miguel. How are you doing on this Monday night?
It is a Monday.
It's Monday.
So it was a good day.
There's been no such thing as
bad Mondays. There's always good Mondays.
It's been a pretty good Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Had a good time. I'm sporting a new haircut, which is nice.
My man was long whenever we went to Oktoberfest.
Long. I had to cut a mop off of my head.
Mop off your head.
Seriously, it was awful. Miguel and I went to Oktoberfest in Cincinnati over the weekend. That was a good time. Had some good drinks. Ate a lot of good food.
Man, these Germans,
really, really good food.
These Germans, I swear to God, from a Hispanic standpoint, dang, you guys got some spices in your brats. I was surprised. I remember me and Julie were sitting there, and literally we were looking at each other. It was hot too. We were sweaty backs, whole 9 yards, and we were eating that brat. We were burning in the mouth and burning in the back. It was bad, but still enjoyable time.
Yeah. Andy Phantom says, I have the Canadian election on in dual screen, so I'm a bit distracted by that nonsense. Are you in Canada?
I had no idea.
Are you up there with the guys from some of the guys from Fandom Empire, Dave McRae? You up there with all those dudes?
Is it crazy? Is the Canadian election just as crazy as it is down here?
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm curious about that.
I'm sure. I know everybody, like, we make jokes about, like, America, guns, Trump. Like, we make jokes about that stuff, but, like, I'm sure that mentality is everywhere you go. You know what I mean?
It's the common phrase I've heard all the time. It's when the U.S. sneezes, the rest of the world catches a cold. That's the best way I can put it. I got you. Like, whatever craziness we do, everyone else pretty much follows along.
What's up, Entertainment TV? What's going on? Woo! Indy Phantom says, I'm actually in China, but I am Canadian. That's pretty cool.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
So is it like morning for you right now?
Yeah, dude. What time is it for you, man?
It's gotta be. Wow. Well, welcome to the Let's
That's-
Talk Movies morning show, I guess,
That's
my guy.
complete opposite ends, man. But that's really, really cool. I've heard China's beautiful.
I'm sure
it's supposed to be gorgeous.
I've never been anywhere that side of the country, so
Yeah, my
sure it's
brother-in-law went to China, or it was Japan, one of the two.
well, both are entirely different. So
I know. I just don't. I knew it was over that way. In Asia,
yeah,
somewhere.
I gotcha.
I wasn't sure. Just 8 a.m. Wow, it's only 8 a.m. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah.
It's pitch black outside here in the States right now. So Miguel, like I said last night before I went to bed, I saw that Jamie Lee Curtis posted that the final Halloween Kills trailer was supposed to drop, and I watched it drop today. I have only seen the opening pumpkin. It's number 9 on trending right now on YouTube, and it's trending on Twitter too, which is pretty dope. That's pretty dope to see.
What was the first release trailer? What was that trending at?
It was like, I think it was like number 6 or number 7 for a while. So it did pretty well. But do you want to talk Halloween first, or do you want to review Malignant and then save Halloween for the end? What do you want to do?
Let's do Halloween right now. Let's bang it out.
Yeah, I think we're kind of chomping at the bit to watch it.
Yeah. So I'm pretty excited because like we've talked about like the leaked like when they like supposedly leak the trailer. We talked about it, so I'm excited to see it like actually play out and see how it looks.
From what I understand, this trailer shows what we were talking about the other night. So I believe we're going to be able to actually talk about what we were kind of leery to talk about the other night. You were like, "Oh, you're getting into spoiler territory, dude."
Yeah.
I think we're finally going to be able to say that.
Yeah, listen, if you guys don't particularly want to see this last like trailer, because I know the whole spiel of like the last trailer is always the one that spoils the majority of the movie, aka like Pet Cemetery. So like if you guys don't want to watch it, just come back after it and we can talk after. You can hear us talk about Malignant by all means. So I understand if you don't want to watch it, but I want to. And
I know there's a lot of people that are in that camp, but I don't know. Like when I saw that picture that we're going to talk about later, when it didn't leak. It didn't leak. It was in a TV spot. I mean, if they put it out in a TV spot, it's not a leak. I know people are very sensitive about like what a leak is, and like somebody, again, like we talked about with their phone sitting back there like that. But you know what, man? It made me excited. I still don't want to know like how the movie ends or anything like that. But Indie Phantom says you guys didn't watch the trailer yet. Nope.
Yep, nope. We literally wanted to watch it with you guys. So
we saved it for you all because we love you. All right. I can't wait any longer. Here we go.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Ready, Eddie.
The final trailer for Halloween Kills in 3, 2, 1. Kills.
Pumpkin. Kids. Swings. Hey, oh, fuck. I remember this one.
Out here? It's Halloween. We've been trick-or-treating. Are you alone?
There's a creepy man in a white
Oh
mask.
My god.
Where?
And he keeps like trying to play hide and seek with us.
Where did you see him? Look!
Oh shoot. Oh,
no.
Oh my god.
There he is clearing a fucking SUV.
Come on.
This 60-year-old man clearing it.
The whole point of a revolver is that it doesn't jam.
I think it was out. I think it was out of bullets.
My grandmother set the fire.
No one told you.
Oh.
Michael Myers is alive.
Dude, holy crap.
Dude, Michael is a menace.
Years ago, the boogeyman came for us. We are the survivors.
Oh, I like those throwbacks right here.
Myers.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
We fight.
Mom, our family.
We'll kill him.
We're gonna hunt him down and we're gonna put an end to this. He is not gonna stop killing until we stop him.
If you track Michael's victims,
well, you know they died.
Straight line to Michael's childhood.
Oh my god, there it is.
Someone's in our house.
Oh my god, the old folks live there.
Oh, so that's the
damn.
Myers house. Okay.
There's the old guy.
He's coming for me. but I'm coming for you.
Holy crap, man.
Oh, someone falls.
You want to kill someone? Take me! Michael!
I wanna
my
take his
God.
mask off and see the life leave his eyes.
Okay, guys, it's not that hard to take off a mask. Exclusively on Peacock.
Doing out here. It's Halloween.
Wow.
First off, that kid right there is old enough to know what a serial killer looks like.
Wow. Okay. First thoughts, Miguel. Go.
Well, it didn't spoil much. I mean, other
No, it
than
really didn't.
we kind of know that old girl kind of, she's going to be down for the count too in the rest of the movie.
I want to know
Um,
who was falling at the hospital.
Yeah, same. I'm curious about that too, but I feel bad for old girl. I mean, she pulled a D Rose. She lost that kneecap right there. So she's out for the count.
Oh, Allison. Yeah, and it's funny because Entertainment TV says I can feel Allison's pain falling down the stairs.
Yeah, that looked
Man,
rough.
I'll tell you what, that trailer, I don't know, that trailer really makes it look like
It goes downhill.
I understand a lot of the critics and a lot of the people that saw it that were like, when you see the end of Kills, you're gonna be like, there's no way that ends could have possibly taken place on the same night. Like, I think so many people are gonna get hurt and so many people are gonna die that like it wouldn't make any sense for them to take place on the same night. And this kind of like, I'm like, okay, like Allison's gonna get hurt. Karen, man, I don't know. She's still and again, I don't know anything. I haven't read anything. I don't want to know. But if anybody's gonna die, I think it's gonna be Karen. I really do.
Yeah, it looks like Karen's gonna be the last one that's like gonna be able to pull it.
Yeah.
And she's gonna end up kicking the bucket.
Yeah.
I feel bad for all of them now. Dang.
Yeah.
I was hoping to at least I hope there's like at least like a decent fight. You know what I mean?
Between who? Lori and Michael, or like everybody?
Or just like the
Michael?
in general community, but it looks like it just goes downhill from here.
I know.
Lori, Avengers Assemble.
What's going on, JT? Nice
you
to
doing,
see you
man?
in here, man. Someone said that little girl is from Psycho Gorman. Is she real? What, the one on the swing set? That's pretty cool. So let's go back through this thing, man. Let's break this trailer down a little bit. I'm gonna turn the volume down just a little bit so that we can talk over this. Let's go.
Hey, what are you
See,
So that's definitely Lindsay.
doing out here?
Like
Yeah, it looks
hands
like-
down, that's Lindsay.
Yeah, Lindsay's dying, like right there. She's gonna die there.
Where?
And he keeps like trying to play
Is that blood on that kid
Where did
too?
you see him?
It looks like it. That shot, dude.
I know, right? I love how they don't notice him just standing behind.
So
there.
I guess, yeah, that's true, because that's Marion. Like, they're all still in the car, and I guess they just don't notice him. So he's got the knife. What is that?
I don't know. Is it a spare mask?
That's a shot right there, dude.
Yeah, that knife has seen some bodies.
That's a pretty dope shot. So he obviously gets a new. He gets a new knife from somewhere. I wonder where that actually comes from.
I'm
Indie
sure there's
Phantom,
plenty.
Yeah. Apparently 2 shots are not in the final film. I actually wonder if the cut in Venice will still be what we see. That's a good point. I don't know. That's a good point. Good point. I don't know if it'll be the final, like the last cut that we see of compared to what people saw in Venice. I don't know. And really, there's no way to know, I guess.
Unless, the director says, I have a director's cut. You know what I mean?
I don't think we're gonna get a director's cut of Halloween Kills.
Who knows?
Is that knife at the beginning CGI? This knife, like right here.
I think the blood probably could be. I mean, you never know.
I don't think they would go CGI. Art says it's a mask. Oh, is it the pumpkin mask? Because that's what he slams on the hood. You're right, Art. Good point.
Okay, I gotcha.
JT says, I think apart from Lindsay being there is a part of the plan that Lori and everyone made because how Lindsay is trying to pull his mask off. Okay, so like Lori sent her there. That's pretty bad. That's like suicide by You know what I mean? That's pretty bad.
That's pretty
Your
fucked
job,
up right
your
there.
job is to go take his mask off. We're gonna stay here and wait for him when you fail. The mob will be he's sitting here waiting. Let's keep going. That's pretty dope.
Where did he hide? In the muffler?
Yep, it's a mask. You're right, Art. He says hello.
Pause.
How screwed would you be? Hey,
First off, this bitch is dumb because
that's the worst feeling in the world.
yeah, because one, who has one bullet in their pistol? Who has one bullet in their revolver? Someone please explain that to me. Why? Because all I heard was one shot through the window, and then this second shot, blank.
It's
So
the
what's that
trailer
talking
though. It's the trailer though. So I mean, we don't know. She could have fired 6 shots. I mean, we don't know. 6 times.
When? Doesn't look like
Loomis
it.
from Halloween 2. She shot him 6 times.
Either way, either she runs out of bullets or the gun jams. I'm just saying, this
Yeah.
is some shitty luck right there.
Right. Matthew says Myers looks amazing, dude. He really
He
does.
really does. Yeah.
I think this is going to be my favorite iteration of Michael Myers from any Halloween movie. I think that I can say hands down. I don't know if it's going to be my favorite, if it'll be my favorite Halloween movie, but I think it will be my favorite iteration of him.
It's a bold.
I know it's bold. That's a bold strategy, Cotton. JT says my thing is out of the 3 of you in the car, dude,
2 of you could have survived.
dude. That Miguel, that's one of your hot horror takes, dude.
It really is. I mean, you mean to tell me one of y'all couldn't get out of the car and just left? But clearly not, because all of them end up on that Ferris wheel or whatever that thing's called.
That's fair. Yeah. Halloween fan films. What's going on, man? Nice to see you.
Hey,
in here.
man.
I'm sorry you're late. No worries, dude. We were late too.
Yeah,
we were almost
we were
30 minutes
late.
late, so it's okay. Art says even the original Miles. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I mean, the
See,
original.
yeah,
was
look,
always
you're
gonna be the
stirring the
original.
pot right now.
But I mean, who knows? So let's keep going. Screwed.
Poor woman.
We killed Michael.
No, you
My
didn't.
grandmother set the fire.
No one told you.
No one told you.
Oh, good.
This is the
Lord.
scene. This is the scene where I said Michael Myers is a menace. Like straight up. He's really just a menace to society.
Wow.
I'm out over collecting bodies right now.
Mars is alive.
She looks like such a Karen
Dude,
right there in that scene.
Shot. That is going to be one of the most epic shots in horror history.
Him coming out of the burning house.
Oh yeah. I love, where is it? It's behind my head. I love this poster. Like I really do. But if I could get like a sideways poster of the burning house with him standing on the porch that said Halloween Kills, like I want that.
He literally walked out of that burning house like Daenerys Targaryen, she's like the Dragon Queen.
After
You
she
guys
like
don't-
killed everybody.
Yeah, after she killed
After
literally
she
everybody.
freaking murdered everybody.
Yeah, and just walks out of that burning house. Yeah, that's the Dragon King right there, guys, for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
Yep.
definitely. Matthew K says looks so scary in the rearview mirror. Yeah. Well, you get him standing there, which is scary enough, but then you get like the brake lights on his
Him
face.
levitating
So it's
again.
got like a red tint, and
Mhm.
then suddenly, for whatever, he's just like he's gone, and the car is shaking, which is pretty cool. Yeah, man, that shot is amazing, and that shot is just
The man who
Unbelievable.
survived that fire.
he.
Look at that. My man's got to be hot right now.
I know, dude. When they filmed this, James Drew Courtney was probably like, "I'm doing one take. That's all. That's it. We get one take.
You get one
If
take.
we don't get
and
it,
that's it.
I quit." Dude, they said that in at the end of 2018. I believe that was one take because that was all they could do because the set was literally on fire.
On fire.
And James Jude Courtney is a stunt man. Like he I think most of his career was spent doing stunts and stunt roles. So like that was really him in the full thing. And I remember him saying like it was so hot because it was like actually burning. And they had to
Yeah.
get that shot like right then. Like it wasn't, I don't think it was as much of a controlled burn as probably this was.
Oh, I 100% I am 100% certain that they had like literally fire extinguisher cannons just primed, just like just
Yeah.
ready to go as soon as the director says cut.
Yeah,
Because
and
the
I mean,
amount of like sketchiness for that shot alone is tremendous.
yeah, honestly, like there was a in the first glimpse that we got of kills. So like think back, was it Halloween 2019 before the pandemic, before COVID was even a thing? And we got the teaser like next Halloween kills or whatever, and it was a sizzle reel. It wasn't really a teaser trailer. It was like a sizzle reel of them filming it and stuff. And they showed the house burning, and like there are fire trucks on scene. Like, and I'm sure they were partially being used for it, but like it was a real fire, you know what I mean? So I'm sure that they actually like had emergency responders on scene, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
In
yeah.
case, yeah. So
I'm sure they all showed up, like, just ready to go in case something happens. And then they were like, hey, do you want to be in the shot?
David Gordon Green, as you always say, write this down, write this down, write this down.
Art says he's the devil in that shot. 100%, man.
Oh, yeah. That's even kind of a cool metaphor. Like the devil is like coming out of hell. Like he is like you know what I mean? Like that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear everybody's reaction at the movie theater. Oh, yeah, man. It's going to be like me and I scream. Like we went and saw Endgame opening weekend. Miguel and I and a couple of our buddies. And I remember when Cap said Avengers Assemble, and like it was like all of them were finally the Avengers. I remember I was like, yeah, like, and everybody screamed or whatever. And I feel like this is going to be another one of those moments for me, even though it's not really, it's a bad thing, but like
everyone in a movie theater is going to be like,
badass though. I know. Everybody's going to be like,
okay.
And I'm the one person like, yes, here he goes.
Somebody check this man at the end of the movie.
Yeah. All right, let's keep going. Let's do it. Look, hold on. We got to go back. That's too quick. That firefighter is like, what?
What the fuck? He said,
He's
my
like,
pension is not worth this.
I don't get paid enough for this. Goodbye.
He said, how do I put that thing out?
I know.
There's no way I'm putting that thing out at all.
Dude,
if
the look in his eyes,
the
he's
amount
like,
of fear in his eyes, that's some great acting right there. I'm
like,
not gonna
okay.
lie. He says, yep, this is my end.
Yep. And goodbye. Oh,
that right there
good
looks
Lord,
ridiculous. That is a finisher right there.
Finish him.
That is a Mortal Kombat finish right there. Is that with the pickaxe yet too? Jesus.
Yeah, that's the what's it called, guys? What is it called? Chat, remind me. The halogen. Is that what it is? Halogen. That's like an actual. I think it's supposed to be like an axe. Plus, it's something like firefighters can like pry doors open with.
Yeah,
like to free people, like something like that. He walks out pissed. Those ladies made a big mistake. Yeah. Yeah. Also, 17 people in the chat here, man. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. You guys are awesome. Be sure leave us a like if you are so inclined. And another one. Finish him.
God, these poor guys. This one right here bothers me because look
Why?
at that. Okay, if you guys know what a saw is, or like if you've seen these saws, look how it's positioned. Like it's literally the safety part of this saw is going right to him. But nope, that ain't gonna stop Michael. He's going straight into the body with that thing. You feel for that man. I feel for all the firefighters, man. R.I.P. Because they were literally out there just doing their job.
Michael's so violent, he's gonna kill him with the dull side.
Yeah.
He's like, take this.
Dude, it's fucking insane.
Yeah, Matthew K says Myers' strength really showing here. Buzzsaw.
Really though, because those things need to be carried by two hands.
Well,
like,
yeah,
it's a two-handed machine, and my man's over here just not only holding it with one hand, but also like overpowering the firefighter too.
Well, the firefighter is literally like holding it, like he's trying to like push back, and Myers is holding the guy with one hand and like pushing it down on the other hand, like yeah. Whoa. This Michael should be a secret character in Mortal Kombat. Like I said,
but for real though, they already have Jason, the alien, RoboCop. They have all these other neat little 80s monsters and horror icons. Well, why the fuck is Michael not in there? Bring him in there, guys.
Well, I know they did like Leatherface and stuff too, right?
Yeah, of all people, right?
Yeah, well, they
Like
did.
Michael Myers
Was
is
Jason?
more.
Was
What?
Jason ever in Mortal Kombat?
Jason was in Mortal Kombat. Leatherface was in Mortal Kombat.
Freddy was too, wasn't he?
Yeah, like the like the first recent one. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, bring Michael in. I think he's the last one, honestly. Other than Ash is in the game too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Is he? I don't know yet.
I don't know. I hope they have Affleck. They're gonna need some serious health insurance.
Okay.
He saw Michael coming. Yeah, dude. The firefighter. Could you imagine though? Like you're already like your adrenaline's pumping. Like you're about to go into this crazy burn. Plus you're surrounded by trees. So I'm sure they're like, crap. We got to keep this fire like contained. We got to get in here and make sure nobody's in here. We got to put it out. And then some dude just walks out, half burnt, holding an axe, and you're like, never mind.
What do we do here? They're reading the manual and be like, what's the procedure, guys? What is the procedure?
It's like my wife always makes the joke from The Office, the fire drill thing. What's the procedure?
What's
that's
the
all
procedure,
these guys?
The
fire's shooting at us. That's gonna be these guys in these firefighters. What's the procedure for a man?
What do
who
we
is
do
going
here?
crazy? Entertainment TV. You are right, man. Wholeheartedly.
I mean, yeah, because he's not stalking right now. He's just going on a full-on rampage. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Rittenhouse Gun Range. We haven't seen you before, man. Welcome. Jamie Lee Curtis should have died in the last one, in my opinion. She's my least favorite part of the trailers. Yeah, I don't know. I think to really end it, though, and I've said this before, I feel like her and Michael have to die killing each other. Like, that's my... I don't know.
It's almost poetic.
That's how I would
if
like
you
to
understand.
see it.
Yeah.
She goes out like ridding the world of this evil being. You know, that's kind of my thoughts on it.
It's like a Van Helsing kind of thing. You know what I mean?
I will say I'm sick of hearing "evil dies tonight." And what's the other one? What else?
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I want like the Evil Dies Tonight kind of got old for me.
I know. Well, it's like every single trailer she says "evil dies tonight" or what is it? What's the other one? What does she say? I don't remember. Love the channel. Man, thank you so much. We really appreciate that. We love you guys. We love hanging out with you guys and doing these live shows. I hate how the fact Jamie Lee Curtis puts herself in Michael's path and now the whole town wants him dead. Yeah.
I mean,
she's a good con man. She can convince all these people to not run and to just go ahead and like try to kill him. You know what I mean?
Pretty much, yeah.
So, yeah. All right, let's keep rolling. Oh, I didn't even notice that. You see it splattering. Hold on. Oh,
right there. Splatters in his face. That special effects though, they really went for it.
I know. Could you imagine Michael? Like he's got the saw down on the guy, and he's like, "I can't see." He's like, "It's in my eyes," which he's blind in one eye. So I mean,
and it looks like it's in his other eye too. You know what I mean?
His one eye.
My man's doing his one eye too.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because Jamie, he got stabbed in the eye in the original one.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Dude, my man is just.
He got the knitting needle in the neck. He got the coat hanger to the eyeball, and then he got stabbed in the groin.
You're telling me Michael Myers walking around here ballless right now?
She went for the dick in the original.
Oh my God.
Now
yeah.
I'm not. She probably didn't, and it's probably like his abdomen, but it looks like that. Like if you go back and watch the original, I always thought it looked like she stabbed him in the groin.
I about said like I feel like this would like his rampage totally makes sense now because if I met the girl after 7 years of getting my dick stabbed, yeah, I would go on a rampage. I'd be like, I'm gonna find this bitch now.
Yeah, definitely. Can't wait to see Tommy and the street mob take Myers on. Yeah, we're gonna we're gonna get to that in a minute.
40 years ago, the boogeyman came for us.
I like that callback too.
Yeah,
seeing like the OG mask and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty dope. You got Lindsay, which is dope. Same actress.
Mm-hmm.
Marion. Dude, it's so cool that they're doing a callback to that when he escapes from Smith's Grove and like pulls her head through the window like that again. Like that's gonna be a really, really cool scene.
Mhm.
With no wrench this time. No wrench in his hand. Did you know that? I don't know if you ever knew that, Miguel.
What happened?
In the original, like he climbs on top of the car. Loomis is out of the car. Loomis is standing at the gate, and he does the same kind of thing, runs, jumps on the car, whatever, and he smashes the window behind Marion right here. But when he smashes it, you can see there's a wrench. Like, I don't know if they taped it to his hand or whatever so that he could smash it with his hand. And it's like very visible that like when they were filming it, like there's a wrench in his hand. So
Wow.
that's kind of cool.
Michael Myers.
Lonnie. Now, this interests me too because this is wholeheartedly flashback. Get your ass away from there. And this is definitely the 1978 like clean white mask before it got all nasty and rippled and decayed.
Yeah.
That's going to be a cool scene. So obviously Michael definitely has a run-in with Lonnie after Loomis shoots him off the roof and stuff.
We fight.
Mom,
Our family.
Dude, that
we're gonna hunt.
What?
that
You want
was,
me to-
What do we do?
this one right here, this one swipe right here.
Dang. Yeah. I wonder who that is. You can't really
know.
see it because the lighting is bad. That's bad though. That's another one like, yeah, like nasty.
They're upping the ante on
Nice.
gore, so
We'll kill him.
We're gonna hunt him down, and we're gonna put an end to this.
Okay, that's what I wanted to see too.
Our family.
A bigger shot of the mob.
We're gonna put an end to this.
Okay.
look how many people are here. Michael's about to stack bodies tonight.
Yeah. So obviously this is the hospital. I'm sure we'll get a scene of Lori and them arriving at the beginning from the back of the truck.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if this is the mob early on before she really like brings everybody and like amps everybody up, because that shot of the mob when they're like rocking the ambulance and stuff like that, there's a lot of people there. And
Yeah,
this still
yeah.
doesn't even look like the full mob. And this is probably the ambulance they were rocking. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's multiple ambulances right
Yeah.
there, so it could be any one of them.
I'm trying to see if we can make out anybody, but I don't really see anybody like.
No, but it
No,
looks like they're
it's-
all watching something, though. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're all gathered, ready for someone to come out.
Right. Hopefully this is going to be Lori's Braveheart moment. You know?
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, definitely. Let's catch up on these comments. Lori is in the Loomis character arc. Yeah, that's kind of my thought, is like Lori is Loomis now. Like in the original, Loomis was the Van Helsing to him, and Lori has kind of taken on that role. So that's kind of my thought. Brackett, yeah, I guess somebody out there could be Brackett. That could be true. We'll know in less than a month. You
That is
are right,
true.
my friend. We will know
Countdown.
in less than a month. 3 weeks. They introduced the whole family. The others could seek revenge for her death as an example. That's true too. But if Lori would have died in 2018 and Allison would have been going after him, would it have held the same weight? Miguel, what do you think?
What?
Do you think if Lori would have died in 2018, do you think that Kills and Ends would have held the same weight if it was Allison and Karen trying to kill him?
Probably not, because everyone knows who Lori is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like, but they don't know her like that well. So like, if they were to seen her at the hospital and they say like Michael's still alive, she would be the one to rally these troops.
For sure.
But if she would have died, she would have just been lost into like the whole litany of people that died. She would have just been lost in the whole crowd.
Brackett, yeah, Brackett's definitely going to be a part of the mob. I think in a shot in a minute or two, we actually see Brackett in the trailer. The opening title card, yeah, man. I wonder what that opening pumpkin shot's going to be like. It'd be cool if it was a pumpkin on fire.
A pumpkin on fire? What? Just like
Yeah.
to signify
Like the opening,
absolute
like the opening
madness?
credits. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. There's another better shot of the mom.
Our family. We'll kill him.
We're gonna hunt him down, and we're gonna put an end to this.
Yeah,
There it is.
So the cops are holding people back. Ooh, I don't know if I ever noticed that before.
Hmm.
I did not notice that before. So
well,
the
obviously
cops are
there needs to
holding
be
people
some
back.
sense of like, order in this chaos. You know what I mean? Like the city
Yeah.
has to do something.
Well, but judging by what Jamie Lee Curtis has said, though, if this is really about that mob mentality, and I mean, I'm not making a political statement here, but we've seen how that works
Mm-hmm.
within, I'm seriously, within the last year or so, like, we obviously see that mob mentality is a pretty strong thing. You know what I mean?
It can override
It can be
almost anything at this point.
when you get hundreds of people that are like on the same page and trying to get something done and trying to take the law into their own hands, like that can be pretty, you know what I mean? That
Yeah,
can be pretty
100%.
powerful. And
Yeah.
I'm sure that's why it shows what's his name? The sheriff. The guy with the cowboy hat. I don't remember what it is. Barker, Sheriff Barker. I think that's why it shows him talking to them, and Lori's like, we have to hunt him down, and Allison says we have to hunt him down, and like that's why they're going through the whole thing, because I'm sure Barker is like, yo, we need to like we're the cops, let us take care of this. And of course Lori is like, no.
He's the one. Well, he's the one that was like, "What am I gonna do? Cancel Halloween because the
Yeah,
killer's
right.
out?" I'm like, "You're just saving face right now, man. Get out of my face."
I remember the first time that we watched that, or that I watched it with Miguel. I remember when he was like, "What are we gonna do? Cancel Halloween?" You were like, "What a dick!"
I was like, "Yeah, yes, cancel it, 100%." Like,
This
for
guy's
fuck's
an
sakes.
escaped psychopath, and you're gonna
let kids go trick or treating.
yeah. No spoilers. Just know Lori isn't the cause of the mob. She just adds to it. That's interesting.
I'm pretty certain that's probably how it goes. Because like, dude,
That's
Michael
interesting.
killed like a number of people like before he even like got to Lori. So people are gonna know that people
That's true.
died at the hands of Michael. So I mean, people are gonna be upset because they're like, okay, well, Michael Myers is back, so
Right.
we need
That's
to do
true.
something.
That's fair. Paul Novak, welcome to the show. He says, "Let it burn, let it burn." Indeed, my friend, let it burn. Let's keep on going.
He is not going to stop killing.
There he
until
is.
we stop him.
If you track Michael's
God, those. Yep, you know.
Do you want me to go back? Do you want me to go back?
Yeah, go back.
So,
Hunt him down,
a couple
we're
of
gonna put an
things.
end to this.
Dog, that's a deagle right there.
Is it really?
That's a deagle.
Is it?
That is a deagle, guys.
There's a nice mob shot.
Yeah.
These people,
I
look at
see
these
they
people.
go
They're
into
still,
squadrons.
they're still
That's a
dressed for
Is
Halloween.
that a? Oh, I was like, is that a doctor? There's a
They're still
doctor
dressed
literally
for
says, you know what?
Halloween.
Fuck my moral mission in saving people. I want to kill this man.
Yeah.
you
You would think the doctor would be like, I'm going to be here when you guys get back and you're injured.
Yeah, but no, the doctor is like, you know what? Fuck it. We going for it.
Right. So
But
that's
as you can
obvious.
see
That's
right here-
Tommy.
Yeah, as you can see
So
right here, they have
there's-
like squadrons that break off.
Right. Which is
And obviously
cool.
Tommy is the one that leads this group.
Yep. And some Anthony Michael Hall action.
He is not going to stop.
There's Mr. Oh, there's Brackett right there.
No, you think? Oh
There's
yeah, bro.
Yep, there's Mr.
You know what?
Brackett.
He kind of looks like the guy that gets whopped.
Uh,
You know what I mean? So it
Dude,
could
I
be
bet Brackett, if Brackett dies, that's going to be that'll be a sad moment. Even though
Why
he
is
really,
that?
he really, just because he was the sheriff in the original, man. It was him and Loomis. You know what I mean?
Ah,
Him and Loomis riding around. Would you put that thing away? Loomis is he's loading the revolver, and the sheriff is like, "Would you put that away?"
even though Loomis is the one that ends up shooting him.
I know, right? Tommy and his crew, cool shot. Yeah, that is a cool shot, man.
See, I love
Definitely
how
a
like
cool shot.
you could tell in this scene right here that he just doesn't know what to do. Like he's like, okay, I gotta
Yeah.
create order still here. Like, dude, there's a serial killer out in the loose. Just let him have at it. What's
Right.
the worst that's gonna happen?
Miguel, you as a sheriff, you would be like, you know what? Go for it. Go.
Yeah, go for it.
Do whatever you want.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's open season. Have at it.
Every man for himself.
Stop killing until
But
we
she's
stop
got the
him.
knife. Allison looks shocked. There you go. So that's Tommy too. Hello, Anthony Michael Hall.
Yeah, Tommy is over here like, I got this
Man.
bat, I'm ready to go. Sees them. Oh fuck.
And of course, they're sitting there. They're wearing the Halloween 3 mask, which is dope. And obviously, that's a spoiler.
I mean,
they're
Michael
not.
is obviously here for the theatrics too, because as
Yeah.
you can see in the first Halloween movie, when he killed the babysitter and just sat her in a chair and covered her in a sheet. I mean, he's doing the same thing, propping them up.
Yeah.
That's something that really
He's
bothers me with
artistic.
Michael. Yeah, that's something that bothers me with Michael. It's the fact that he will literally kill without a second thought, but then he takes time to think about where should I put these dead bodies.
He's like the kid who plays with his food.
yeah, so to speak. It's some weird shit, man.
Yeah.
If you track Michael's victims, that's a straight line.
There it is, man.
So,
That is
so some people do know about the lore of Michael, and they understand
Right.
like where he may go.
man, that is the Myers house. Obviously, it's been redone. It's been renovated because in 1978 it looked terrible. It was all boarded up, and I mean Loomis had to I think they had to break in. Is that him?
Oh shit, that's a pretty nice shot right there.
Holy
That's
crap! Is that him, or am I just making that up?
guys, what do you think?
Yeah, guys, let us know. Look up here. So I shot of the Myers house. Look up here. This top left-hand window on the the right pane. It kind of looks like I could see it looks like his shape. No pun intended. Actually, pun intended. I totally meant that. That's pretty dope, man. Cool shot.
Childhood home.
So obviously, this older couple, they live in the Myers house then. So that's the deal with them.
Can you imagine signing that
What
lease?
a cool shot. What a cool shot, man.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
I almost feel for those people because I'm pretty sure when they signed the lease, they probably literally in the fine print it says we are not held liable if the serial killer comes back to this house. You know what I mean?
We just want you to know someone died in this house.
Yeah. Yeah, you know that serial killer that was out in Halloween and you know and back when? Yeah, he's still alive. So if he comes out, he may come back home.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll sign.
He's coming for me.
See, I'm still intrigued by this because there is, again, it's not a spoiler, it's out there. There is a track in the Halloween Kills original score called Hallway Madness. And we know something big goes on with the hospital.
So obviously
why is-
Michael's not there. You know how I know? You know how I know?
How do we know?
Because look at old girl over here signing some documents. You think I'm signing any documents if a serial killer is literally 10 feet away from me? I'm not signing shit. I am running the other way. So clearly Michael's not there because clearly she has a job and she's doing it well.
Well, and I don't know, even in some of the TV spots though, something major must go down at the hospital because there's shots of chaos, the mob breaking into literally smashing the windows, breaking into the hospital. Lori everybody running down the hall one way and Lori holding the knife walking this way. There's a lot of different cool shots in the hospital. So I'm really intrigued. I'm really intrigued by what happens there.
You know what I think happens? This is just a theory. I think they hurt Michael and he ends up going to the hospital. You know what I mean? Someone picks him up and they go to the hospital, and then that's when the mob starts because they all know Michael's there, so they have to calm the herd.
They're
you know what I mean?
don't save him. Why would you save him?
Yeah, why would you save Michael Myers? I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some fucking idiot that's we need to save him and do some fucking psychological screening. It's you rated plenty of that for 50 years, and look where we're at.
My mom is in the chat. What's up, Mom?
Hey, Tanya.
She says, "Why would anyone move to that town, let alone?"
See, that's what I was thinking. I was like, if you've lived in Haddonfield and you're just gonna move to a new house and you see this new listing and you wonder, I wonder why this listing is open and it's only for $1,000, that's pretty cheap.
Do you think they bought that house for $1,000?
You think the market value of that house after everything that's happened is going to be high? It's going to be cheap AF.
Yeah, but it happened 60 years ago, though.
I don't care.
I mean, 1978 was 40 years, and he killed her. He killed Judith. He was 6. I
don't care. The market value of that house is literally going to be really low. And again, I feel bad for those that couple that was living in that house. But honestly, you signed your life away, knowing that. If I knew that the serial killer was still in the psychiatric hospital and that house is up for listing, I would be like, you know what? No, I'm not gonna live there. If anyone does live there, why would you? That's my thing, man. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying.
It's
It's a different theory. So different theory. Michael gets in, and he's somewhere in that hospital, and the crowd automatically just wants to kill him in there, and the sheriff has to do something. Like right here, someone clearly falls and dies. The cops come and check it out, and then the mob just ends up going crazy, and that's why they're holding them back. Because they're all trying to find out who it is.
Hold on. Are we frozen?
Are we?
Art, tell me let me know if we're good again. I have it pulled up on another screen over here, and it did freeze for a second, but it looks like we're good.
Okay, cool. So go back. We see a hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's go back.
So we could know who's falling.
Hello, Jamie Lee Curtis again.
Oh, that's a woman.
Is it?
Coming for me.
I didn't even see it. I couldn't
I'm
tell.
coming for him.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's a woman.
Yep.
I feel bad for her, whoever that is.
You're right. Never
Wow.
mind, it's good. Okay, yeah.
Play
Yeah,
on
so
the kill count.
they're just letting us know. It's good. Thanks, guys. Thanks. All right. Oh shit. Did you see the look on his face? I mean, he's wearing a mask, but he just he said, "What?"
He said, "Excuse me?"
He was like, "Can't you see I'm trying to kill this douche?"
Wait, that's her boyfriend, isn't it?
He's like, "This guy threw your phone in a punch bowl. Like, why do you care?"
So that kid's dead. That kid's done died.
Do you think so?
Dude, look where his fucking hand is. You think he's just holding? You think it's holding his belly like it's a baby inside? No, there's a 10-inch blade right through his gut.
Guys, do you think Cameron is
100%.
going to die? If you've read the script, don't answer. Or if you've looked at Reddit spoilers, whatever, do you guys think that Cameron is going to die? Because he's kind of been a hot
100%.
topic. A lot of
Look at
people are
that.
like, I hope Cameron dies.
Look at that scene
So-
right there.
Dude, I just love the way he looks at her. He's like, look,
But I'm
goes.
coming for him.
he comes around the corner, and she's like, hey.
Bruh, no. He said this bitch again. But wait, she has a shotgun.
He goes, what? Oh! He's like, get this out of my face.
For people that literally have shotguns, like honestly, you don't even have to be that close. You don't have to be that close. You could be like literally 20 feet away and still catch something. Yeah. All right, it's like Michael's like, who the fuck are you? No, Michael knows who this bitch is. Michael knows. Michael
It's
has
like-
all three of those women ingrained in his brain.
He's like, you and I rode in a car together, and I could have killed you, but I didn't. And you're trying to shoot me with a shotgun? Are you kidding me?
Michael's just self-inflicted. He's been betrayed.
He said Mary did this. Yeah, he did. Michael did the same thing to Marion about to shoot him in the car. Every time somebody points a gun at him, he's like, what? Like, why would you do that?
He says, "I am saved by plot. But I am saved by the plot." Is
So
basically
she
what it
fires.
says.
She does fire.
Yeah.
And he's like, get this out of my face. Oh, look at that hole in the
Yeah, that thing would have blown a hole in Michael.
So he lets go of Cameron. I don't know, Miguel. Cameron might make it.
Cameron got shanked.
You really think Cameron's
Cameron
done,
got
don't you?
nailed. Like, pay homage to the original. This man got nailed to the wall.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, let's keep going here.
Oh,
Oh,
that's a.
oh, so he watch this. He goes, oh, I got her. Oh, her leg went, dude. Her leg is broken.
Yeah.
She just got sidelined by the quarterback, like hardcore.
D Rose popped
Yeah.
that knee out of place.
Her
100%.
her leg went the wrong way.
Yeah.
You want to kill someone? Take me.
So wait. Oh, he has the mask, and so he's maskless right there.
Yeah, Karen's got the mask. He's like, damn it.
So
He's
where?
like-
Wait. That's a good scene right there because it gives you an idea as to what happened. Because obviously, she's not. She fell down the stairs, So she's not there. So clearly she got away. And then
Right.
obviously she's running away with the mask. I love she's running like a linebacker.
Wouldn't
Jesus.
you be if that was
Sheesh.
chasing you, especially since you just stole his stuff?
I feel like when the mask comes off, you're just gonna see Michael Myers just like he doesn't have his stealth anymore. It's just full on frontal, just extreme. Just
I'm telling you, dude. He runs like the Terminator when nobody's watching. He's got that like
yeah,
straight like
100%.
up and down, or like RoboCop or something.
Yep.
Indie Phantom says, I don't think many will not survive. I guarantee you. Great lighting. Yeah, dude. I will say, Kills looks way more Halloween than Halloween 18 did. It really does.
It looks like it was a full moon.
Yeah, that leg
break.
It really is though. It's gonna be
I've
terrible.
never broken my leg, so obviously whenever I see like a leg break, it makes my stomach turn.
I know. I don't do bones. I don't mind blood. I don't mind gore, but like bone stuff like shoots me through the roof. Like I can't stand it. So yeah. Even that's a cool shot though.
Right there.
I'm in the park. That's like moonlight.
Yeah.
Like that's like moonlighting. Like that's really dope. I like it. So that's obviously. Oh my god.
That's the original.
That's him when he's 6 years old. So we're gonna get a flashback. Oh.
I said if I get a fucking ghost mother in this movie. If I see
it's played by Sherry Moon Zombie.
If I see a white horse in this fucking movie, I'm gonna walk out. Just saying.
Wow. So we're not only getting a 78 flashback, we're getting a 63 flashback, which is pretty dope. But
That's
why
pretty dope.
though? I don't really understand what more there is to show in 63 other than him getting caught, which I feel like is kind of like why?
Redundant at this point.
Like
It's
why?
kind of
Like
pointless.
I don't. Like, I care more about seeing him get caught in 78 when he's got the mask and Loomis is chasing him than I do when he was 6. Strange. Interesting. That'll be an interesting one.
Interesting choice.
Yeah. Draven said, if Karen does get bit, I'll honestly feel bad knowing what she's leaving behind. Oh, yeah. Because then Allison will have lost both parents in a span of like...
And a
like
kneecap,
5 hours, and
a good-looking nose. So yeah, she lost a lot.
I've never broken a bone. Yeah, man, I've never broken a bone either. Knock on wood. Yeah. So we might get a flashback in 63, but hopefully they don't explain too much. Yeah, I agree. I did no Rob Zombie stuff. It worked for his movies, but I don't know. They should show more flashback and end since it focuses on the story. Yeah, that's fair. That young kid flashback messes me up. 1963. Keep hearing that there is no 63 flashback, which confuses me. Yeah, I don't know. That kind of confuses me too. I don't really understand like why we'd see that. See, that's hospital, Miguel.
That is
it
hospital.
It looks dramatic. Like something is going down. Like Jamie Lee Curtis looks. She doesn't look happy. She doesn't look like she's like something good is going down.
She saw that hospital bill.
Okay. This is the shot that we were talking about the other night that we didn't want to spoil because we didn't want to screw it up for anybody because I know a lot of people were super pissed that this got included in a TV spot. But this is the image that I sent. What was that? Last Thursday. It was last Thursday before we did our Friday live stream. I saw this shot on Twitter and I sent it to Miguel and I sent it to my dad. This shot pumped me up, dude. Because not only do we get the classic Myers house, which looks identical. See, even nobody wanted to buy it back then, Miguel. It was for sale then. We get the man himself. I don't know who's playing Loomis. I know somebody asked that earlier. I'm not
whoever
sure
it was.
playing.
My man's over here, dude. He looks jacked. Maybe that's a trench coat, but he looks jacked.
He looks identical to Loomis, though. Like identical. Yeah. like perfect look-alike. And we obviously get the 1978, like the clean mask before it got all nasty and burned, which is dope. And I guess we really are gonna see how he's captured. Like, that's a really cool shot, in my opinion.
It really is, and I think this gives Michael, like, I feel like with this scene right here, Michael gets, taken to custody. Then when he gets out, and then he comes out of the fire, and he sees the firefighters, he's like, similar situation, minus the guns.
Yeah,
I could take this.
I really wish Donald Pleasance was back so he could say, Michael, stop doing this. Yeah, I mean, he would be, God, he'd be 100 years old if, you know what I mean? He'd have been, it's a shame, but I mean, this guy looks good. It looks like whoever they got looks legit. And I don't know what Loomis is gonna. I didn't honestly. A lot of people were pissed when they found out that Loomis was gonna be in it because they were like, it spoils it so much. But like, I didn't mind it. Like, it kind of jacked me up when I found out that Loomis was gonna be in the movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I that's pretty cool.
I mean, like, what? But again, like, what would he, play in the whole idea of the story? Like, we don't know. So,
definitely. Entertainment TV says, I think they should have left the flashback for theater. Yeah, and a lot of people are saying that. But I think the positive thing is, like, yes, we're getting this, and I think this is just like a tease. But I think there's a lot of flashback that we haven't seen. I mean, I've heard that the flashback is pretty extensive. Like gonna blow people away.
I think they want this movie to be able to stand on its own.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it doesn't necessarily need to be. You don't have to watch the previous movies in order to enjoy this one. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's giving you enough flashbacks and like, okay, so this is why
the only one you really need to see is 1978 and 18. That's it, because none of the other you mean like you don't have to have an appreciation for all of the sequels.
Yeah, so right? No, what I'm saying is, like, you don't, like, I think they're making this movie out to be like you can watch it on its own. Kind of the same way like Avengers like Infinity War and was like Avengers Infinity War was good on its own. Like, there really wasn't, you didn't have to watch previous movies for you to understand what's going on. Like, it pretty much was self-explanatory throughout the get-go.
Definitely.
So I think with this one right here with Halloween Kills, they're just going to set the tone like, hey, this is what's happening, this is why it's happening, and this is how it's going to end. Pretty much. Like, you don't have to watch 2018 or the first one. Like, if you watch this one, you have an idea as to what happens.
You're right, Miguel. Halloween fan film says, I shot him 6 times. Could you imagine? The cops are like, put your hands up in the air, freeze, whatever. And Loomis is standing in the background like, I shot him 6 times. Just like going like Loomis crazy. You know what I mean? Like spitting off like weird random crap. Yeah, man, that's so dope. This shot makes me so excited.
For a psychiatrist, so he's pretty wacky.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, there you go. Miguel, you said you thought Lindsay was gonna die. Oh
yeah, that's death right there.
You think so,
bro?
He's just slamming her up against the car, though.
But what's there to save her? Nobody.
The car.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Maybe whenever Lindsay finds the kids, that's when the mob is like going out. Maybe she's a part of the mob and she has a couple of people like, right behind her and they come out. I don't know.
Do you think Lindsay or Tommy is more likely to die?
I would say Tommy is more likely to die. Which I'm sure it'd be sad for some of you guys, but yeah, I mean, let's be honest. If you bring a bat to a Michael fight,
right? I mean, yeah, that's true.
You're kind of doomed.
That's true. So this might mean I like kills more than I like ends, but I think ends will be good. Yeah, I agree too. I agree. Some of these shots are so brief, it's obvious that marketing team are savvy to trailer reactions and breakdowns. They know Easter eggs will springboard fan commentary. Absolutely, man. And hopefully, I know a lot of times, I mean, the studios don't really cut the trailers. It's up to a trailer house to do it. It's given, there are companies that their job is to cut trailers. That's why everybody that complains that too much is shown in trailers, that's not really the studio's fault. It's
Yeah.
really not, because they don't really control what they put in there. But hopefully there are people that
They're Michael Myers. They're Halloween fans. They're like, you know what? Let's tease these guys a little bit because this is good. This is a dope movie. You know what I mean?
yeah, right. I mean,
You got
hopefully
to think
they're
those trailer houses, like they have obviously they've seen the movie. Like you got to understand how exciting that is. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like you're gonna be one of the very first people to see the movie, and then you have to make a trailer out of it. That's pretty dope.
right. Definitely. The the car turns into a transformer and saves Lindsay. Could you imagine? It's like Bumblebee. He like comes up out of there. That's pretty funny.
What a terrible crossover,
Let's finish this thing out.
I want to take it.
Oh my god, there we go again.
bro. That knife
wanna
is
see it.
anywhere. Those knives are abundant.
Right?
So if Michael drops one,
Knives
he's
for
like,
everybody.
I'll find one another one.
And see the life leave his eyes.
Nasty.
See, look how hard is it to remove that mask, man? Come on.
Oh shit! Whoa! Is that beard?
That
Is
is
that a
beard.
little bit of beard action
is
and
beard
nose?
action.
Is she getting it?
It's a 5. Yeah, she gets it. Obviously,
You think?
she got it and started running like Russell Jackson.
Yeah, but I think that's Lindsay though. I don't think that's Karen.
Oh, okay. I got you.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know, but I don't
Who
think so.
knows?
I do not think so. And there's that dope logo in theaters and on on October 15th. So there you go, man. Halloween
Dope
Kills.
trailer.
Dope trailer. I like that trailer way better than the first trailer, by the way. I really do. That's a really good, well put together trailer. And I know we have a video about this on our channel, like back from the first trailer when it dropped. I don't think that they spoiled too much. I really don't. I thought that they did a really good job actually with not
I agree
spoiling
too.
stuff.
Like the 2 trailers that we've gotten have been pretty spot on in regards of like setting the tone, getting you hyped for the movie, but also not spoiling you all that much, honestly. Because
sure.
again, coming from someone that doesn't watch Halloween or any horror, I mean, I don't feel like I've seen the movie entirely. You know what I mean? I feel like I've just seen like little bits and pieces. So
Right.
that makes it more exciting for me.
Definitely. Last couple of comments, and then we are going to switch gears. Indie Phantom says, I'm curious how the story will establish the mob. They obviously split up the members, which is a horror trope. I actually wonder if Miles will ever face multiple mobsters at once. Miguel, tackle that one, because you kind of mentioned that earlier about the mob like splitting up into like different like factions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because honestly, like how big is Haddonfield? Like I feel like he can definitely like get over here, and I feel like there's gonna be different squadrons scanning the place out, and then Michael's just gonna happen to just go through each and every single one of them, and it's gonna be hilarious because they are all gonna be like gung ho, like, oh, this is just a 6-year-old man, I could take him, but then when they see him, they're like, oh shit, here we go. I don't know what to do. It's gonna be just like the firefighters.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, if the firefighters gonna take them, what makes you think these like crummy little angry civilians are gonna do? You know what I mean?
Crummy little angry civilians.
Yeah.
Crummy. Halloween fan film says, since Michael was hunting Laurie Strode in 1978, now he's being the one hunted by the mob. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like that's a cool transition. Miguel will be right back, so I'm gonna take it over. My mom says, whose hands are on the mask? I don't think that it's Allison. I don't. And I don't think that it's Jamie Lee Curtis either. I think that it's Lindsay, the one at the beginning of the trail, the little girl she was babysitting in the original, the one who runs over to the 2 kids who are like, that man's trying to play hide and seek with us or whatever. You know what I mean? Miguel, my mom asked whose hands are on the mask at the end when she's like ripping it off from at the end. I think it's Lindsay. You're muted.
I think it's Lindsay.
I do think it's Lindsay. That would be my guess, but I mean, I don't know. I guess it could be anybody. I like one of the TV spots where the voiceover guy really does a nicely intense title read of Halloween Kills. He kind of growls it.
Oh,
That'd be cool. Yeah,
really?
that's cool. That's
Yeah,
pretty
these
cool.
TV. I'm sure the TV spots, like the voiceovers, I'm pretty sure they do their best to like
That's true.
excite you.
That's true. Indie Phantom also says, "Sorry, Mikhail, I was in the washroom for a bit earlier, so I missed his comment." You were talking about
you're talking about like the squadrons and how
mob.
Michael's gonna deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like
Because I believe it got
best
brought
way I
up
can
like,
put it.
is Michael going to face like a whole faction of that mob at one time? You know what I mean?
He's gonna face like a squadron of 6, as you could see. Like they obviously split up and they go scan the town. And Michael is just gonna catch like maybe 2 or 3 of the squadrons and just fuck shit up. He's gonna fuck like all 3 of them up. And then I think the last one is gonna be the one with Lindsay.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, I don't think like a huge horde's gonna come after Michael. It'd be funny, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just him walking and as everyone's running after him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Mr.
shit,
Myers,
that's awkward.
3
Oh,
knives.
well, hello. You look good in the movie. Please don't kill me.
Sir, you need to go back to prison.
He said that, not me.
Apparently, evil's dying tonight. Also, I stole
Not tonight, just
and I stole your other mask. And I stole your other mask, and I have 2 more of them up here.
You remember what happened to the last person that stole the mask? Those 2 journalists.
Investigative journalists. How does $3,000 sound?
Sounds like a trip to Mexico in my eyes.
Crap.
Oh my goodness. This is funny and weird at the same time.
You're like, this is cool. I'm kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I about to say it. The same thing happened again. I was gonna be like, okay, good.
Where I got out of there.
Yeah.
Entertainment TV says, I hope Halloween Kills lives up to its hype and does good at the box office. I do too, man. I hope that I definitely hope it lives up to the hype. I definitely hope that that it's everything that we've been kind of speculating it to be, with like its epicness. And I mean, Jamie Lee Curtis has really talked this thing up too over these last couple of weeks. Like,
really?
I mean, Jamie,
Activia commercials.
Oh, it's like it's her and Michael. She's holding a knife. Activia. So, last comment. Then we're gonna move on. Indie Phantom says there is going to be a moment where Myers says, "I'm too old for this shit." The whole mob is moving in on Michael, and he takes the mask off, and he's like, "Can you all stop? Like, leave me alone." He's like, if you leave me alone, I'll leave you alone.
I know he's like pretty emotionalist with his face and the mask, but I want to see him just look up and be like this, be like, and then move forward. Yeah, that'd be hilarious. Cause just to show like how like tired this man is, because he has to be tired with the amount of bodies he's gonna be stacking.
Dude, under the mask, like when Allison comes around the corner with the shotgun and he's got Cameron up against the wall, when he turns his head inside of the mask, he's like,
oh my goodness.
Well, hi.
I would love
it's like that monkey. What's the video game thing? Hi, I'm Paul. Like that's like the face I imagine like under his mask.
That wasn't a game. That was Jimmy Neutron at the end of every single episode. Hi, I'm Paul.
I don't know, whatever it was.
But honestly, I would love to see like a thing where it's like, if I was being burned to death, I would be pissed too. Yeah, same, man. I mean, I 100% agree with that comment. But like, it would be funny to like have like Michael Myers, like you see Michael Myers' mask, but you also get like a shot, like how like you see Iron Man in the suit.
Yeah.
Like just have that, but Michael Myers. You know what I mean? Just having you can see it. Oh, what would be really dope is like I would love to see some shots where it has like from Michael's perspective, looking out of the mask. Like I would love to see those shots, because those shots look pretty dope. You know what I mean?
That would be pretty cool too. Yeah, dude. The before they decided to do 18 and they ended up canning Halloween Returns, but the Halloween Returns script, which I actually heard about on We Watch the Movies channel. So shout out to those guys. Go check that out. They have a whole script review for that unmade film. But at the beginning of Halloween Returns, it was supposed to pick up on Halloween night in 1978 after Loomis shoots him. And the whole beginning was him walking around the neighborhood, like breathing heavy from being shot and injured, but you're seeing it from the mask. Like you're seeing the neighborhood like from his perspective walking around, which is cool. Like that's a really, really cool thought. You know what I mean?
That is dope. It's a
That would
dope
be
shot.
That'd be pretty cool.
Because it puts you in the mind of like the fucking serial killer, which is like
Right.
a pretty like grueling thought. You know what I mean?
The mind of the animal.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Okay. All right, guys. So let us know, what did you think of the final Halloween Kills trailer? We loved it. It's been my favorite trailer for Kills so far, even though we've only I mean, I guess we've gotten, really, this was 7. This was really the 7th trailer, but so be it. Whatever. So let us know what you thought in the comments below. So we're going to move on. So as we talked about, Miguel and I were hanging out this weekend, and me and him and Julia watched Malignant. I had heard a lot of talk and a lot of stuff about Malignant, and I was like, you know what, I have to watch this movie, man. When I found out that it was on HBO Max, I was like, man, I have to watch it. So we got back from Oktoberfest in Cincy. We were at my house. I was like, let's do it. So I made some popcorn. We drank some pumpkin beer, and
oh yeah, remember that pumpkin beer Brad was talking all about, our last podcast?
Yeah, him and Julia hated it.
Wasn't that much.
I don't know. They hated it.
I'm sorry, guys.
Whatever. I liked it. But anyways, Malignant. Bro, this was like Scooby-Doo Dark.
Movie, it wasn't. Look. So
obviously, this was Rob Zombie's Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
So Malignant, directed by James Wan, and if you guys don't know, he's had a lot of really great movies under his belt. He's obviously done a lot of the Saw movies, which I really got a hint of, and when watching this movie. And what other movies has he done? Let me see. He's done a lot of the Insidious movies, so obviously horror is in his repertoire. And what's so interesting about that is, like, I love how directors can, like, you see like most of their like tropes or like usual reels that they try to attempt. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like each director has their thing. So, and James Wan is pretty much like makes you think throughout the movie. And those are the type of horror movies I love. It's like when you're watching a movie, you don't know what's going on. There's a whole lot of red herrings, and you're just there trying to figure out what's going on. And then at the very end, it just bum rushes you. Bum rushes you and gives you all the answers real quick, and you can't keep up. And it's like, holy fuck, what the hell did I just watch? Yep. And that's pretty much what I got with Malignant, because I ain't gonna lie. When the movie started, it was well understood between the three of us that we thought this movie was gonna be trash. It was gonna be quirky. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's what we think.
I got Stranger Things vibes from it from the beginning, and I kind of had Stranger Things vibes throughout. I will say that Malignant was very original, and I think that's something that a lot of horror films, especially now, need, because I think a lot of the same things are starting to get recycled, especially with like the Paranormal Activities and a lot of the paranormal films, especially. Slashers are kind of not, except for your Halloweens, your Texas Chainsaws, stuff like that, that's nostalgic from the 70s and 80s and 90s. I mean, a lot of horror is recycled now, and I did appreciate how original Malignant was.
Exactly. That's the main reason why I ended up loving this movie, because it was just like I couldn't compare it to damn near anything else other than like the typical tropes that you see in a horror movie. But like in regards to like story and all that, I really couldn't compare it, because James Wan pretty much did what I always thought horror movies should do, which is take a irrational fear of you that we have and just completely blow it out of proportion. Because
that's fair.
Obviously, spoiler alert, it has stuff to do with anomalies in your body, like teratomas. If you guys don't know what teratomas are, if you want to puke, if you want your stomach to turn, look that up. It's absolutely disgusting. And
twins.
So like, but have you looked up what teratomas are?
No.
There is pretty much like.
Do I want to look that up?
No. if you want. Don't do it here because it's gonna freak some people out. But a teratoma pretty much is like, it's basically an extra body part growing where it's not supposed to.
Oh my god.
Yep, there you go. Yep,
I didn't even see a
you
picture. I
guys-
just like read what it was.
yep. It's pretty
Nope.
much just
Nope.
just like a body part growing where it's not supposed to. So you may have like a
Nope.
toe. You may have like a toe that has like a couple of the teeth, or you could have like body hair in the most abnormal spots, and it's just a really like I don't want to say weird, but it's just a really like uncommon phenomenon in like in the body physiologically.
Yeah.
So, and people, I'm pretty sure plenty of people have looked up what teratomas are, and they immediately get nightmares from just the thought of that. Because literally, eyeball, like there would be like an eyeball growing somewhere where it's not supposed to. Like that's what a teratoma is.
It's that extreme, right?
It can get to that extreme, and James Wan pretty much got that and pretty much made a whole movie out of it. If you guys don't know, yeah, it's pretty much all about that. And it blows it way out of proportion. And when I heard that word, I was like, oh fuck, I actually like this now. Because like you thought it was gonna be like a twin or whatever. Like we were thinking, yeah, like Julia and Brad were thinking it was gonna be like a twin just out there, doing stuff. But it ended up just being like, spoiler alert, it ended up just being her because a teratoma is a part of you. It's just an extra body part.
Now, guys, we will say this. This is going to be spoiler. This is a spoiler review. So if you have not seen Malignant, it's been out for a couple weeks now, I think. So, like, I think pretty much everybody has. But this is a spoiler review. Should have said that from the beginning.
I'm so sorry.
I honestly, the weirdness and the obscurity of it is kind of what kept me engaged. I think the acting was fine. There was nothing wrong with it. But my two biggest gripes about the movie, honestly, I thought the characters were kind of lackluster.
There really wasn't much weight in any of them.
I wasn't really engaged with the characters. I didn't really care. Even the main character, I don't remember what her name was.
Emily.
I think Emily, yeah. I think even her, like it was fine. It wasn't bad by any means. But the obscurity of the whole plot and the weirdness of what was going on, and I was just like, there were so many points in this movie where I met like the three of us looked at each other like, what the hell? Like what? Like this doesn't even make any sense. And that the acting was strange. The way it was portrayed, like I think about the scene when her other sister found out that that she was adopted, or
poor Sydney, by the way, that's her name. Poor Sydney. She got worked on in this movie.
Yep.
It is. All right. Good night, Halloween fans.
Good night, Halloween fan films. Yeah. Have a good one, man. We'll see you next time.
But yeah, I felt for Sydney. I felt so bad. I was like, damn. You find out that not only your sister had like 3 miscarriage. You find out that she's being abused by her husband. You find out that her husband is dead. And then you find out that she's not your sister. And then you find out even more stuff later on in the movie. So it's like, damn, girl.
It was little things like that, though, that like little things like that, where when she found out that, I don't know, when she found out that the sister was adopted, she was just very like, like stuff like that, like little weird, the way they portrayed certain scenes. My biggest gripe, other than the characters being lackluster, was the fact that I kind of felt that this movie was stuck somewhere in between a serious horror film and a horror comedy. I feel like it kind of didn't necessarily know what it was. It wasn't a comedy. It wasn't comical.
I would say,
but it was almost
a horror slasher. I was thinking more like a horror slasher and a horror psychological thriller.
That's fair.
That's the best way I could put it.
That's fair.
Obviously, like the acting can be kind of comedic, but the way they were going for it, that's what I gathered.
Yeah.
And yeah, some of the acting is just some of the way they said these words. It's like bro, you really read that from a cue card. Get out of my face. It was like wow.
But I think it was supposed to have a little bit of campiness to it, though, too. You know what I mean? Like,
I
I
think
don't
so,
think it
too,
was
because-
supposed to be 100% straight the whole time. you
because it's
know?
about like obviously like the situation at hand is blown way out of proportion.
Right,
So I mean, yeah, I get why the acting is like that, but
for sure.
I want to talk about like the killer. Like I want to talk about her
Okay.
like as a whole. What did you think of her like in regards to all the other like monsters and serial killers? Like what did you think about her? Because as soon as I asked that question, I thought of one thing.
What?
She had the most agility I've ever seen. Parkour all the fucking way. James Wan saw an episode of The Office of that parkour, and he said, "You know what? Put it in the movie." Because it was so great.
Write that down.
The chase scene between Kakoa and the killer, it's so intense. And the amount of like it went from like serial killer being chased by cop to like a full-on parkour video.
Well, here's the
on
thing.
YouTube.
It was intense, but it had like 70s, 80s campiness where it was kind of like, you guys suck though too. You know what I mean? Like it was really intense, but it was also like terrible. And I don't mean terrible as in like the execution. Like it was a good chase scene. It really was. But some of the decisions that cop made, I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Why did you decide to do that?
It was the usual like cop trope where like obviously these people are not going to make great decisions. And but moving forward to like the question about the monster, like what did you think? Like what was your perspective on like the monster or the killer?
I thought it was cool. I didn't expect it to come out of her skull.
That scene right there, that reveal was really sketch.
Around when she was in the prison cell with all the other chicks that were like, yeah, like they were like trash talking her and being whatever. I remember at one point you were like, this is what the Umbrella Corporation wanted Alice to be.
No. This was I remember saying something. I remember saying like, watch this be like the scene where like I was like, what if this is the scene where it's like, have you guys seen the first Ghost Rider where he's like in the prison and he's like being surrounded by all these people and then he's up blowing up and to be the Ghost Rider? And then she pretty much fucking does that. And I was like, oh fuck. There were so many scenes in this. There were so many moments when we were watching this movie where I was just like, I went, fuck yes. Because I called it in the whole movie. Because like when it came to her like blowing up and being, her ended up being the killer, I lost my mind because I was like, it makes perfect sense. And the way she walked through the entire movie, because like before you didn't know who it was, and the way she was walking was really weird. Remember? Because you mentioned that you were like,
yeah,
hands backwards.
I saw at one point like she went to reach for the knife, but her hand was flipped like the wrong way. Like she grabbed it the wrong way, and I was like, ugh. And I said, "Is her hand backwards or whatever?" My biggest thing, and the thing that I'm even kind of thinking about now, in the jail cell scene when she's killing all the other women or whatever, she takes her hand. And I'm sorry, even with the parasitic twin thing, like whatever. And by the way, Julia called that about 30. I think it was like 30 minutes into the movie.
Yeah, she paused. She said, "Pause it. This is what's gonna happen." Calling it. All right,
and she called it. Like, I gotta say, she called it before Miguel or I did.
Yeah.
Anyways, this chick took her hand and blasted it through another human being and picked them up in the air. And I paused it. I said, when did she become the T-1000 from Judgment Day? Like, it's still a human being, though.
Well, she said, because like before that all happens, like in like the interview video when she was young, she said, it gives me powers. I was like, what? When I saw that scene too, when it like went from like her and then it showed the teratoma, yeah, I literally thought to myself, I was like, the fuck is this? Is this like the Sorcerer's Stone? Like, is that Voldemort? Get the fuck out of here. I was like, okay, we're going that
13 years it's been.
but like back to the like the final like revelation of seeing the monster and seeing it go throughout the city. you got to give credit to the actor. I don't think it's Annabelle Wallace. I don't think it's Emily doing it. It may be a stunt actor.
I don't know.
But dog, she was. Obviously she's doing that stuff backwards. Like she has to. Like there's no CGI behind
I'm
that.
sure some of it could have been CGI though.
Yeah, obviously the one when they're like in like the police headquarters, because that scene right there, that's whenever I said, "Damn, I'm pretty sure that's what Umbrella wanted Alice to be." From like
Oh, at the
Resident Evil.
police
Like,
station?
yeah, when she's
Dude, the
over here
police
just like
station.
swatting people left and right, just giving haymakers and just fucking shit up. I was like, whew.
Well, even the chair, like she was across the room from the two cops that were trying to get away.
Yeah,
and she hauled the chair over top, and I was like,
what was that for?
I was like, why
I
don't
thought
you
she was
play
gonna
for the
break the
Bengals?
window.
Like I don't know, man. It was just there were things like that where I was kind of like, okay, this is almost, it's got that 80s like almost too over the top esque to it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, this was an over the top horror movie.
And little things too, like I don't know what was the sister's name? The younger sister?
Sydney.
Sydney. Like when Sydney when she went by herself when they realized what was happening to the mental institution.
Yeah, which by the way,
that
I thought she was gonna die right there.
Like I thought she was gonna die there too, but like I thought it was kind of campy that she drives down this whole windy thing next to the ocean and then she stops and goes, whoa.
Yeah.
And it counts to like the lightning, and it's like this hospital on the edge of a cliff.
That was some real
and you
like
even
Dracula
said
shit.
you even said like, why did the hell she park so close to the cliff? Like
I know.
It was campy to me. Like that whole sequence, I was kind of like, why? Like it felt very Dracula cartoon-esque, where it's like suddenly they're standing there and it's like the lightning flashes and you see the silhouette of like the building, like Haunted Mansion-esque, and it just that the campiness, like it's fine, but it was a little campy to me, and that's why I almost say that it's almost slightly comedy-ish, because it's like the kills were so over the top.
Yeah.
The what was I gonna say? The hospital being on the cliff, like there were just a few things that were kind of like, really? Like,
yeah, I was like, where are we getting at with this, guys?
Mr. Myers says, gotta go, the mob's coming. Awesome.
All right, good luck. Good luck, Michael.
Definitely. So let's see. Let's get to some of these comments. Indie Phantom, my one complaint is probably wide angle lens overkill. Yeah, the fight scenes were crazy, but it kind of spoofed the current trend of female assassins who can do anything flawlessly.
Yep.
And
Backwards too.
I would agree with that. Like
Backwards.
it was so absurd. And it's fine. Like, I'm not saying you can't have absurdity in movies and everything needs to be completely realistic. Like, I'm not saying that at all. But in this case, I was almost kind of like, what? Like, really?
Yeah.
Another thing that kind of bothered me about it, and I feel like I'm being negative, and I did like a lot of things. The
you guys can pretty much tell who enjoyed the movie and who was more like iffy with it.
I enjoyed it. I really did. I enjoyed the hell out of it the whole time. I thought it was a fun watch. But it just, I don't know. There were even the repressed memories, like the constant flashbacks to like different points in time. That got really redundant for me.
Oh God. Yeah. Okay. We got to talk about this too. It was so there was multiple moments in this movie where I literally told Brad, I was like, bruh, are we watching It's Me, Billy? Like, are we watching Black Christmas?
Yeah.
Do you remember? Because like when in the scene where she's like in the attic and she's like over here and she has like her mother like strapped up, I was like, bro, I swear to God, if this bitch is literally in the attic of this house, I'm gonna lose my shit. And then it was another moment when she just falls through the fucking attic and I clapped my hands. I was like, fucking called it.
Yeah.
I lost my shit. I was like, here we go. Yep, that was it. It's Me, Billy. You know one thing I noticed?
What?
This movie did call back to a lot of like older horror movies.
It did.
You know what I mean?
And I mean that was cool. That was really cool. I will say something that I loved throughout the whole thing was the cinematography.
Yeah.
One of my favorite shots in the entire thing is at the beginning when after her boyfriend kind of hits her head on the wall and she's I think it's after she boards up the doors and everything when she's kind of like freaking out in her house.
Yeah.
when she's running through the house and you're getting the overhead shot of her going from room to room, that was dope.
That overhead shot
Like
of the
that was
whole
really cool.
house plans. That was a really.
Definitely.
I remember me and Brad looked at each other, like, "Wow, this movie's going
Yeah.
for it with cinematography. It's pretty
I
dope."
mean, and everything from the lighting, the use of gore was really good too. It was a very gory film, like extremely bloody. But I think the reason I didn't mind how bloody it was because it was shot so well. Like the I don't know, the what am I trying to say? Like the scenes where there was a lot of blood and there was a lot of like blood splattering and on the wall and all this stuff, the lighting, like it wasn't really bright lighting. It was like even in her house, like there'd be like moonlight coming in from the window plus light from a sign or something like that. Like the use of lighting was done really, really well. And the cinematography was great. I really, really liked the cinematography.
I agree. And gosh, Lee, there's so much to talk about this movie because it's, I mean, overall, it's just really original in my eyes. Even though it calls back to a lot of typical horror tropes, it's probably one of the most original horror movies I've seen this year. Other than, of course, like, you know, the stuff with Jordan Peele and Us and all that.
Honestly, I'd say in the last few years. I mean,
Yeah.
whether you liked it or not, you got to say it was original. It was original.
It was
as hell.
original,
It really was.
which is something, you know, we love. Which I get why it's getting some hate because it's just so new. It's just it's too original right now for what, you know, obviously we want. Because if you look at what's his fucking face from the director of Dune and how he was making a comment about the Avengers movie being
Marvel movies.
Yeah, about Marvel movie being copy and paste. Yeah, which by the way, I mean, you're making a book adaptation you're making a movie adaptation of a book, which I'm sure is gonna be great. And you're a fantastic director. I mean, you did Blade Runner and a couple other ones that I can't mention right now. Like you have the credibility to say stuff like that. I totally get that.
Right.
And it makes me enjoy this movie Malignant much more because that is the case. I mean, we are getting a lot of like you know, reruns, reboots, all these other types of movies where it's like just like there is no sense of originality coming from them anymore.
Right.
Which I'm not saying anything about Marvel. I mean, obviously there are some cut and paste stuff, but overall these movies hold on its own. But when it came to Malignant, the reason why I loved it so much is because it was just something I haven't seen in such a long time. Like it took me back to Get Out. It took me back to Us. Like again, with
like
Jordan
that
Peele.
experience.
Yeah, that experience of like, I've never seen a concept like this in all like ever. So like this is all new to me. This is interesting. Let me see what's going on.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, and one thing that's interesting, it's horror movies that are doing it. You don't see many original like comedies and action movies or stuff like that. You don't see much of that anymore. They all follow the same script and all that stuff and funny gags and action and fight scenes. They all follow the same thing. Horror movies, on the other hand, I got to give it to you guys. You guys are tiptoeing to making some pretty dope original movies, which I'm sure there's plenty of like original movies that don't hit as well, and they don't really cross the threshold of being popularly cultural like influenced or whatever. Malignant's gonna be one of those movies where it's like this was a turning point for like making like real original movies where it's like I can go see this, not know what's going on. I didn't know what the hell Malignant was. I don't know what the fuck that meant. So like
I think
cool.
It came out of nowhere and it blew people away. And I think that's why, and that's what made me want to see it, was seeing so many people on Twitter and on YouTube and in the movie community being like, you got to watch this. Like, this is off the rails. Like, it's crazy and it's going to blow you away, but it's really good too. And I really did enjoy it. I'll tell you what, the ending, I thought we were going to have a hardcore, like, the good guys don't win ending. And it was a good twist when it was a
like good twist because I literally
Emily was controlling Gabriel. It was Gabriel, right? The parasitic twin.
Gabriel.
Yep. And they had kind of that weird psychological
battle-ish kind of thing.
He was controlling her, but she was trying to fight back. Definitely. Now, I will say the thing I didn't like about that, was the whole when he like when she locked her or him in the cell in her head or whatever, and he like went back into her head or whatever. I thought we were
That
gonna kill Gabriel, or I thought she was gonna kill herself.
that's
I
what I
really
thought
did.
too. When
I
I saw
thought
her
she
like
was gonna
rip
kill
her thing,
herself, and that would be the end.
mm-hmm.
I didn't like the whole. Well, next time I'll be ready. I
Yeah,
was like,
it got
I was
real,
like, okay,
it got real like superhero-ish vibes, because that scene right there, like, next time you're here, I'll be ready.
yeah. Miguel makes a
Yeah,
great point about horror. They are some of the boldest things happening now. Look at some of the originals being done. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. There's a lot of really, really good horror stuff going on. I don't know if it was you or Mr. Myers or whoever before mentioned Terrifier. Miguel, you should check out Terrifier. It's on Netflix.
Terrifier.
That's another really, really good horror film that's out right now. I've seen it once. Honestly, that'd be a fun rewatch.
I'll have to check it out,
Maybe we can even do a
because
watch
look,
along
I'm
of
all
that.
for, like, if I can find me a good original movie, I will be excited. I'm excited for those. Obviously, I like when I see Marvel and I see all these other action movies, like, and different types of genres. Like, I know what I'm getting myself into. Like,
Right.
I know what I'm gonna expect, and I'm all for it. I'm
Because
willing to pay the money for it.
we've been Marvel fans since we were
Yeah,
5.
and
You know what I mean?
not only Marvel fan, just like, comedies and like action
Right.
movies. Like, I know what I'm getting myself into. I know I know I'm gonna see this and this and this, but I'm all for it because I love to see their take on it.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever we have movies like Malignant, where it's like, I have no idea what the fuck is going on, it reminds me of Quentin Tarantino's first movie with Reservoir Dogs. Like, nobody really knew what that movie was gonna be about.
Right.
No one had any idea, because in the film festivals when it came out, people, had their slips and everything. Like, okay, I want to see this. I want to see this. Reservoir Dogs. I have no idea what this movie's about. Let's check it
Mm-hmm.
out. And then they were
Yeah.
just blown away, because you just
Definitely.
don't know what to expect with that movie. And I feel the same way with Malignant, because I was like, I didn't know what to go into. See, I thought it was going to be like a quirky kind of movie. Then it becomes like a horror-ish slasher. Then it becomes a psychological thriller. And then it becomes really much like kind of like a Saw-ish, kind of like figure out what's going on. That made it so much more exciting. Like, it felt like a ride. Like,
Yeah.
overall, that was the first time in a long time where I felt like I was definitely like in a ride for the entire duration of the film.
Definitely.
Like, so many emotions happened in that movie. I laughed my ass off. I got freaked out. I had excitement throughout it. Like, yeah, overall, like, Malignant pretty much hit the dot, and it almost solidified itself as almost like one of the best original horror movies this year.
Yeah. Definitely.
You agree with me?
Honestly, I think it's one of the best horror movies of the last few years.
Mm-hmm.
I seriously, and I do mean that. And I knew I had a lot of criticisms of it. I had a lot of criticisms of it, but I enjoyed it, and we had a good time watching it. Like you said, we were laughing. We were. Our jaw dropped a few times. Like
our jaw dropped. No, our jaw dropped probably like over 20 times in that movie. We were like, "What the fuck?"
It was a really fun watch, and I think we both enjoyed it. I like
We
the gore,
both-
love the cinematography. I thought it was a little campy at times, and it was kind of, again, now I'm not sure it knew exactly what it was, but that doesn't mean that I didn't enjoy the hell out of it. It was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah. So, if you guys don't know, after the movie, I told Brad, I was like, listen, as soon as the movie finished, I was like, listen, first take, what do you score it? Brad, you said what?
I gave it, off the bat, I gave it a 6.5.
Yeah, and off the
And I
back
think
for
that's
me, I
changed.
gave it like a 7.2. So now, after talking about it, where do you stand?
I think I'm at a 7.
A 7.
I've
Okay,
gone up. I think I'm at a
okay.
7. I think I'm
I
as a
gotcha.
horror film, not as a movie, not compared to the Shawshank Redemption. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or Avengers Endgame. Like, but I'm saying as a horror movie, I gave it a 7. I thought it was, honestly, as a horror movie, we may be in 7.58 territory. Let's go.
Not
We'll
bad.
go as a horror movie. Final score as a horror movie, 7.5.
Fuck you. I was
What?
I was gonna do a 7.4.
Woo! I ended
Yeah.
up being higher than you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which isn't, well, it's because like even though like I loved Malignant and everything, uh the thing is like in regards to like the original horror, like yes, this was great, but like I really got to give it up to like Jordan Peele. Like I keep mentioning him, like my man is killing it with the last 2 movies that he had, because those were really original horror movies. And 8.6, there you go. Yeah,
Not bad.
high
Not
score.
bad.
I like that.
Yep.
And it's deserving of it too. Like I don't know if you look on IMDb, I think it's like a 6.5, which
Really?
obviously critics
Let's
and all
see.
that jazz. But yeah, I mean, in regards to like one of the as an original horror film, it's definitely up there. But I wouldn't give it like
Wow.
all the way. I wouldn't give it like the highest score out of the ones I've seen.
Miguel, it's got a 75% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Really?
75% critic score, 52% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. 122 critic reviews. Not bad.
Wow. So it's doing good, and only for like a 2-hour movie too.
Yeah. Not bad. Not bad at all.
I mean, the audience score is obviously low, which I get.
I think the audio. Well, I don't. I take that. It depends on which one's higher, but so be it.
Yeah.
So that's our review of Malignant, guys. Let us know in the comments, what did you think of Malignant. We're at 1 hour and 42 minutes. Let's do this. We have 9 people in the chat right now. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. Let's go to. We'll go to 1 hour 45, 1 hour 50. We're going to open it up to you guys. So whatever you guys want to talk about, you want to ask us about Halloween, you want to ask us about Marvel, DC, anything coming up, we're going to open it up to you guys. So drop your questions in the chat, drop your comments. What do you guys want to talk about? So we're shifting the conversation over to you.
Unless you guys want to talk more about Malignant too, because
unless you want to talk Malignant or Halloween Kills too, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So up to you guys. What do you guys want to talk about? 9 people in the chat.
That still surprises me with the audience score though, with 52%. That kind of like
that it's so low. You mean?
Yeah, that it's so low, honestly, because this is honestly the first movie where like I loved it and it got a great score, but it's also low on the audience score. Rotten Tomatoes is always like, I don't really follow the tomato meter, because it's like you really don't take much of the critics at face value, honestly.
Right.
But this was really surprising, honestly, in my eyes.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely.
I don't know. Let me see. What is it? It says the audience. Oh, look, you can see the critics consensus and the audience says. Critics consensus, although Malignant isn't particularly scary, I agree. Director James Wan returns to horror, contains plenty of gory thrills and memorably bonkers twist. Yeah, because that's what James Wan did before. When he did Saw, it was always like, we don't know what's going on. We got to figure it out. Here's a couple red herrings. And then like within like the last, like I'm talking like 30, 15, maybe 20 minutes in the movie, it all comes thrown into your face.
Yeah.
Which is what I got with Jigsaw, which is why I like Jigsaw too. Spiral.
Yeah, we both enjoyed Spiral, definitely.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot.
Mm-hmm. Joe Mama says top 10 horror movies. Good Lord.
That's going to be tough for me. I'm not going to lie.
I don't know if I've ever made a top 10 list. Not in any particular order. I'd have to go the original Halloween. I love Jason Takes Manhattan. I know people hate that movie. I love Jason Takes Manhattan. Jaws has to be in there. I'm a huge zombie fan, so like Night of the Living Dead would have to be in there. Good Lord.
You picked the guy that's watched a lot of them, so
that's a hard question. That's a really
I'm about to say it's probably the hardest one you're ever going to have, right?
Honestly, that would be a good that'd be a good video, because I would have to prepare for that. I mean, the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre is incredible. I don't know, man. That's a really good. Miguel, that would be a good episode, wouldn't it?
It really would, because I would definitely have to take a look at my what's it called? My list of movies that I've seen that are horror, because I'm
Yeah.
sure there's ones like there's a couple of them that I've seen that I automatically can think of, like obviously the two Jordan Peele movies, by far one of my favorites.
Mhm.
The Priest with Anthony Hopkins. It's like an Exorcist kind of movie. That one's pretty scary. I love that.
Yeah.
The Exorcist, obviously, because it's just a classic. But yeah, I would have to keep going. I would have to see all these other ones. And also, I haven't seen Candyman, and I've heard good things about it. So like that could definitely be in my
What,
top 10.
the new one or the
Yeah,
original?
the new one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard a lot of good things about it too.
That's another
Definitely.
movie we got to do a review on.
We do. What upcoming movies apart from Kills are you excited for? Kind of speaking for both of us, we're both unbelievably excited for Spider-Man No Way Home. Venom Let There Be Carnage, definitely. The Batman, we're super excited for the Batman too. If you can't tell, we're comic book people.
Yeah, we really are.
I'm a horror guy. I love my horror, but I also love I have my all my Marvel stuff too, man. I'm a horror guy too. So Indie Phantom also says, I dig Jason Takes Manhattan. Thanks, man. I feel like I'm always in the minority because people are like, Jason Takes Manhattan is where the series screwed up. And I was like, you're telling me Friday the 13th didn't screw up before Jason Takes Manhattan? Like, you're telling me the rest of them were golden? I'm like, I'm sorry, but
we literally
think,
have a Jason in space. Like,
I know.
calm
And
down,
I mean,
guys.
that came after, but I don't know. I've always loved Jason Takes Manhattan. And I know it's stupid. Like, I will be the first person to say, the plot of Jason Takes Manhattan is stupid. But I just love it. I always have. I have the Jason Takes Manhattan poster of him like above New York City with a knife. The Batman looks friggin' amazing, and it looks like horror. Dude, man,
I saw the newest trailer too, and
what?
Yeah, it had a new trailer.
Did it leak?
No, it just came out. It may not be new.
Oh, I was like, what? I was like,
But,
why haven't we done a reaction to that?
But yeah, I saw it, and dude, yeah, the cast looks fucking amazing. The Penguin looks dope. This is the first live action Penguin we're gonna have since Tim Burton's. So I'm excited for that. And this is again one of the first iterations of the Riddler since Tim Burton. So like this is really exciting to get this take on it, honestly.
Yeah, dude. I first of all, I saw where Joker 2 has been greenlit, and it's now in pre-production. I don't know if Joker needed a sequel. I hope if they're gonna do a sequel, they need to tie it in with this Robert Pattinson Batman universe. But secondly, I know I've heard in a few places, I've seen a couple people on Twitter, the Fandom Empire YouTube channel, quite a few places I've seen people who are at the test screening talking about the Batman. Apparently, the Batman is like a horror movie. It is that bloody. It is that dark. It is that disturbing. Like there were people that are saying the Batman is more disturbing than the Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie was, which is like, because
I'm gonna enjoy that.
When we walked out of, Miguel and my parents and Julia and my brother went and saw, we went and saw Joker together. And I remember seven of us walked out of the movie and we were like,
I need to go wash my face.
I know you.
Yeah.
I remember.
I was like, I told Pete. I was like, Pete, do you want to go to confession like tomorrow? Like after watching that was pretty bad.
I remember Julia was like, I didn't enjoy that, and I said, I don't think you were really supposed to. I think that was supposed to be like just gritty and nasty and make you feel terrible.
Yeah, that's pretty much like. I wasn't spoiled by the movie, but I did get a good consensus of what everyone was talking about the movie, and everyone from it said he was like, dude, you're gonna feel dirty as fuck after this movie, and I was like, I love that. I was like,
Miguel, do you want to see a Batman that is just completely unhinged and like a Batman that's willing to kill people, basically, like psychotic? Because from what I understand, Batman in this film is very disturbed. He is not he is not in a good place mentally.
Well,
Like,
if you guys have grown up with like Justice League Unlimited and all the other Batman cartoons, Batman's always been kind of stoic to a certain degree. Like not much phases him. Like especially in Justice League Unlimited, like he's very much stoic. Like not much bothers him, and I
right.
think he gathered that from experiencing so much fucking obviously from his parents, but also just over the years of just being Batman, just seeing everything that's happened. So obviously, this Batman is going to be obviously the more unhinged. He's new to this, and I agree with that. And I think this is the one where we see him being forged into the stoic Batman hardened kind of guy where it's like nothing really phases him no more. That way, whenever the Joker does come back, or when the Joker does come, he's pretty much seen it all. Obviously, that's not going to be the case because it's the Joker.
For sure. One last comment. Indie Phantom says, I remember seeing Jason Takes Manhattan and License to Kill in Florida
The fact that
on
those
the
two
same weekend. Both
the fact that
underrated
those
in their
two are in the
franchises.
same year.
That's pretty cool. Were they in the same year? What year did they come out?
I'm pretty sure they're pretty close to one another.
Jason Takes Manhattan came out in 1989, July 28th, 1989. Interesting. Pretty cool. That's cool, man. That was a good weekend. that was a good weekend, man. Seeing those two films. All right, guys, we are an hour and 52 minutes in. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. But I think that is going to do it for this week's episode of or today's episode of Let's Talk Movies. You guys are the best. We had close to, I think, 30 people in here at a time at one point, which is pretty dope. We're definitely enjoying these live streams. We'll probably have a channel update in a couple of weeks or so, maybe even sooner. I think we're trying to update some of our content. We're going to update our shows. We're trying to get a new schedule. We have a lot of cool stuff coming down the pipe. So please be sure, if you haven't already, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at We Talk the Movies. We tend to post a whole lot there. We are back to our normal schedule. We've got videos coming out every single weekday. I am not available on Friday. Maybe we'll try to hop on and do a stream Saturday. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this week goes and what happens this week. But guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Please, if you haven't already, leave us a like on this video. And please, 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 if you're watching after the fact, leave us a comment. Let us know what you thought of the final trailer for Halloween Kills. Let us know what you thought of Malignant. And take care, guys. Stay safe. Have a great rest of your week. And we will talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.